This is just beautiful. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Some guys have a lot of muscle and they're just not really aesthetic, and it just kind of looks ugly. A bunch of muscle just kind of globbed together. When you look at Fabrizio, it's the exact opposite thing that's happening. He looks like an angel with beautiful sculpted muscles everywhere. Let me wipe this off. Let me clear this desk, make this look nice. Happy Wednesday, baby. Welcome back to the channel. I don't normally do a video on Wednesday, but there's some big news. Two of the biggest bodybuilding shows in the world are happening very, very, very soon. We have the 2024 Pittsburgh Pro, which is next weekend, and we also have the 2024 New York Pro, which is the weekend after that. And none of the returning champs, neither Ryan Terry or Corey Morris, guys, are showing up to defend their titles. We also have the Italian stallion Riccardo Croce showing some impeccable leg development over the last few months, and Fabrizio dos Santos is the future, the most gifted dude in men's physique, and no one can tell me otherwise. I love you guys to death. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's get into men's physique. Let's talk men's physique, the best division in the world, baby. Let's go.
You know who's great for men's physique, Dave? I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy. He has his own YouTube channel. I mean, he is He's phenomenal. His name is Hart McGrath. You ever heard of him?
No.
Hart McGrath is like he's the guy when it comes to men's physique. I mean, his whole channel is like predominantly about men's physique. I mean, he knows these guys inside and out. I mean, to the point where, like, you know how if somebody were to just randomly ask you, like, "Hey, Dave, who do you like at this upcoming blah, 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 north, south, west, Oklahoma in the opening, whatever," you'll be able to handicap it like boom, 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 this guy, that guy, this guy.
Right.
He's that, but for men's physique. I mean, this guy knows men. But anyway, yeah, if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. If you ever need to be caught up as far as the world of men's physique, go check his channel. I mean, he's literally up to date. I mean, he's literally in everybody's, like, inbox text message. I mean, he knows all the dirt or whatever like that. So all
the guy with the dreadlocks?
He's got the dreadlocks. Yeah.
All right, I found him.
Yeah, very entertaining personality too. So I mean, he's a good dude. Like we've gone back and forth or whatever. He'll share a couple things with me, whatever. But yeah.
Hey, shout out to the guys over at RX Muscle for giving me a little bit of a shout out. Dave Palumbo, my dog, I've been watching you since I was coming out of the womb, and the fact that you don't know who I am, bro, come on, Dave, watch one of my videos. No, I appreciate you guys. Chris had nothing to say. Chris, where were you at in that interaction? I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love, and shout out to my followers who, you know, sent me that clip. I love you guys. But we got to talk about someone very important, Mr. Erin Banks, Mr. One and Done at the Mr. Olympia. I keep saying that. Is this guy ever going to win another Mr. Olympia title? One of the newest physique updates from your 2022 Men's Physique Mr. Olympia, Erin Banks, aka Eb. He says, I needed that L last year. I got too comfortable with 1-0. You won't catch me lacking again. And here comes those hashtags, baby. Those all-important hashtags that are manifesting these guys' future. He says, hashtag Erin Banks, hashtag the return, hashtag the problem. Newest update, fresh out of Instagram, fresh on Instagram just the other day. Erin Banks clearly just hit some chest. He says the wrong one to count out. Now, I'm not counting Erin Banks out of the Dubai Pro, which is on the horizon, but there's some heavy hitters showing up to that show. I appreciate the physique update from Erin Banks. The shorts are fantastic. The legs look extremely juicy, and he's looking a little bit more enhanced than normal, if you know what I'm talking about. Someone says, I remember when you first came out, they said, more chest, Erin. You took it personal, you doubled down, tripled down, and that chest has become a strength. Although they're going to tell you to tone it down now. Erin Banks' physique does continue to improve. One of the biggest critiques for Erin Banks by the judges was his chest. And as much hate as Erin gets, guys, Erin Banks might have the best comeback, might have the greatest comeback in history of men's physique. And what I mean by that is this. I mean, come on. I've taken a lot of PEDs, boys. I haven't. I've never had a transformation like Erin Banks. How do you go from this average, normal looking black father, kind of out of shape, to the Mr. Olympia in a matter of, a couple years? That is one of the greatest comebacks I have ever heard of, on or off the stage. But back to the Dubai Pro, the highest paying men's physique show for the first place prize ever in the history of men's physique. What is it, like $40,000? I don't even think the Arnold Classic is rewarding guys like that. This is like Mr. Olympia money numbers. Someone put in the comments down below, how much is the Dubai Pro actually paying out for first place? I'm pretty sure it's like 40, 50 grand, which is nuts. And I'm sure Erin would love to add that to his bank account. Yeah, the Dubai Pro would be cool for the resume, but to add the 40 G's to the bank account, I mean, that's almost another Tesla, baby. But Erin's legacy is on the line. A lot is on the line. He's Mr. One and Done at the Yo. He could end up like a Raymond Edmonds and never ever win the Mr. Olympia again. I want you guys to think about what Toplin said. When Erin shows up his best, he is the best in the world and no one is beating him. What do you think about that?
Get to the Olympia, King St. George Brown. How you feeling?
I ain't never heard King St. George, but I'll take it.
I like it. I just sainted you.
Definitely. I'll take it.
Yo, I want to do a video with whoever this lady is, calling him King St. George Brown. That's the type of energy these interviewers need when they're interviewing these guys, and it goes right through George, and his reaction was beautiful. I don't think I'm ever calling George Brown King George Brown anymore. It'll always be King St. George Brown. It's very special for an athlete to compete for about 10 years in a division and still be very dominant. This is a crazy look back on Ryan Terry 10, 11 years ago compared to now. His 2023 win at the New York Pro, something he has never done before until last Saturday. Ryan Terry wins the New York Pro, and this is just a crazy example of what I like to call never fucking give up. An insane 10, 11 year transformation by Ryan Terry, boys. And I love this. I respect this. And it's crazy. The evolution of Ryan Terry over the last 10 years of him competing in men's physique has been fantastic to watch. And yeah, I've been tuning in for 10 years. Who remembers watching Ryan Terry on YouTube 10 years ago when he was on all those different YouTube channels? He created his own YouTube channel. Now we're watching Ryan Terry dominate, and you heard me say it, dominate the 2023 New York Pro. What makes Terry's physique so great, man? I think the staple thing that makes Terry's physique so freaking incredible is that insane core of his and that knife-like conditioning he typically brings to the men's physique stage, and the improvements that Terry has made all around as far as just growing his muscles and his physique and sculpting his body. It's phenomenal. And again, like I said, I respect the shit out of it. I've interviewed Ryan Terry before. I've met this guy in person. I have heard countless pros tell me how professional of a man, of an athlete he is. Ooh, man, if that does not hype you up for the 2024 New York Pro, I don't know what does. If you want to see that entire video, it was a banger of a video. It was last year's New York Pro. Ryan Terry won the New York Pro, and it's kind of interesting. You win the New York Pro. The last guy to win the New York Pro won the Mr. Olympia. I know Andre Ferguson is showing up, but I also just found out Mr. Edvan Palmeira and Coach Cuts are about 18 days out of the New York Pro. I've been talking about Andre Ferguson for the longest time and how who's going to challenge Andre Ferguson at the New York Pro? This guy. One of the best Brazilian men's physique competitors in the world. Just got off another pro show win. Has been top 5 at the Mr. Olympia. Multi-time Olympian. Did I say he was out of Brazil yet? Edvan Palmeira. Scale of 1 to 10, how upset do you think Dre was when Cuts and Edvan announce they're coming to the New York Pro to kick his ass? Or can Dre hold his ground? I mean, this is sick. This is Edvan Palmeira versus Andre Ferguson. This is Cuts, legendary coach Cuts versus legendary coach Omar Ventura. Olympian versus Olympian. Brazil versus USA. I mean, this is exciting stuff. And I want to say again, the last man to win the New York Pro also just happened by chance, I guess, to win the Mr. Olympia. Now, that's not the only giant show that is coming up on the horizon very shortly. We also have the Pity Pro, one of my favorite shows, the Pittsburgh Pro. I covered it last year. This was a show where Corey Morris absolutely dismantled Ryan Terry from the ground up. If you want to see Corey Morris kick Ryan Terry's ass, go check out this video. It was a banger of a video. May 10th through May 11th is the Pittsburgh Pro. So not this weekend, but the weekend after. We have the Pittsburgh Pro, legendary Pittsburgh Pro. And I'm looking for athletes. I'm looking for rosters. I don't see it yet, but look what I found on the story the other day. Clarence McSpadden, Mr. Samurai Shred, says he's 2 weeks out. Who's he getting coached by? Cuts, baby. Clarence just dismantled, just like Ryan Terry, just dismantled Big Dan at that last show. What show was it? Tri-City Classic. We saw Clarence destroy Big Dan. So the Pittsburgh Pro is going to be a fun one. I want to throw it back to the 2021 Pity Pro. When we saw the rise, the beginning of the rise of Erin Banks on the far right, really kind of exposing Raymond Edmonds. It's interesting watching this whole video. I have so many comments that I could say. Kyron Holden ended up winning this show. Erin Banks got second. And in third place was Erin Banks. Here's Erin Banks switching with Raymond Edmonds. And when I saw this, guys, I don't know if you were viewing into this or if you paid attention to this show a couple years ago, but when I saw this and I saw these guys turn around, I saw Erin Banks back for the first time really expose Raymond Edmonds back. There was way more muscle separation and way more bubbliness from Erin Banks, and he had the size to compete against the Mr. Olympia. From the front, I'm giving the aesthetics and the posing to Kyron Holden. And if we go back to posing and look at Erin Banks, look how shitty his posing was. Now when Erin poses, he's one of the best posers in the world. It's 2024, but 3 years ago, Erin Banks was posing like a amateur men's physique guy who really didn't know how to pose. So the evolution of all these guys is insane. Best back up here back then in 2021. I don't like Kyron's here. I really don't. I like Erin Banks. I thought Erin was winning these back shots, which was just nuts, because Erin first started competing in 2021. Like his very first shows ever as a pro. You don't see pros join the division, compete at the biggest show, one of the biggest shows in bodybuilding, the Pittsburgh Pro, going up against Kyron Holden, who was third in the world at the time, and Raymond Edmonds, who just won a men's physique title. Erin standing up here, imagine what Erin was feeling. Holy shit, I'm built for this shit. I just barely lost to a Mr. Olympia and a guy who could be a future Mr. Olympia, Kyron Holden, but that's another story altogether. The Pittsburgh Pro is one of the most exciting shows in men's physique, guys. And right now, I only know one guy who's doing it, Clarence McSpadden. I cannot wait for that roster to come out. Be ready for that one. Ricardo Croce impresses me. This guy's entire physique just reminds me of the genetic elite. Straight out of Italy, the Italian stallion giving us a front double bicep, and you cannot ignore the aesthetics. I mean, this physique just goes nuts. And Ricardo Croce did not have legs like this a few months ago. Ricardo Croce a year ago did not have legs like he does now. Check out this. This is from his coach, Titan Cause, who works with Ricardo Croce. And look at the difference in leg size by Ricardo Croce. He's always been very blessed up top, always had decent wheels, but now those wheels are absolutely insane. A lot of guys wish they could grow their legs like Ricardo Croce. A lot of guys have been trying to grow their legs. You guys know the judges have been saying, we want more legs. We want more balance. Well, the men's physique pro legs, the improvements by Ricardo Croce have been seen. I can't wait to see what Ricardo does. I feel like he's a very underrated guy, but the aesthetics and just appreciating such a genetic elite physique coming out of Italy, I had to talk about. Someone asked me the other day, dude, how do you grow legs then, man? Like, I've been really trying to grow legs. Step 1, B55. Step 2, hit them hard, hit them heavy, hit them often. Hopefully you're eating in a surplus to be able to really grow those legs. But you got to train legs hard and you got to hit them consistently. That's how I've seen my legs grow the most. Really that slow 3, 2, 1 tempo on that leg press, and also getting the benefit of the push out of that bottom for growth, for stimulus. There's a great stimulus going on inside the muscle as we control that tempo, time under tension, and then let's get the benefit of exploding out of the rep and getting some gains that way. That's the best way that I've seen grow my legs and the many clients that I've coached and seen their legs grow. That's my leg spiel. Take it or leave it. Apply it or don't apply it. It's all good. I still love you. You're still here. And the last thing we have to touch on is this 9.3 million viewed video by Fabrizio dos Santos, 600,000 likes, 10 million views. My guy looks like he just hopped out of the hyperbolic time chamber. This is just beautiful. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Some guys have a lot of muscle and they're just not really aesthetic, and it just kind of looks ugly. A bunch of muscle just kind of globbed together. When you look at Fabrizio, it's the exact opposite thing that's happening. He looks like an angel with beautiful sculpted muscles everywhere. His birthday was the other day, so let's take a moment, about 2 minutes, and sing happy birthday. I'm not going to do that. I already wished him happy birthday, but here he is next to his coach, Scott Slayman, who's also my coach. Shout out to you, Scott. You've changed my life. And does this photo just kind of give you goosebumps? Dude, huh? Who else is this gifted in the men's physique division? I talk about Dan, I talk about Chiron Holden, I talk about a lot of crazy genetic freaks, but no one is as smooth and is genetically so aesthetically pleasing to the eye as Fabrizio dos Santos. He's given us an off-season physique update. He says, I'm 102.4 kilograms, which is what, like 225 pounds, almost 230. That is a dense dude coming out of Australia. And the shape, the flow, the artistry. I mean, what else do you guys want me to say? You guys know who this is, and if you don't, you have been sleeping under a rock. You got to tune into these videos, baby. Happy to have you, man. Remember this photo? Him and Ramon Dino when he completely out-angled one of the best classic physique Olympians in the world, who is known for having the best arms in the division. A guy in men's physique named Fabrizio dos Santos completely out-angled him, but I don't really think it's an out-angle. Fabrizio's arms are that crazy. And y'all can thank Fabrizio for having the judges, tell everyone to bring the arms down. It's because of Fabrizio. I mean, I don't know if it was because of Fabrizio, but I definitely know the judges wanted Fabrizio to bring more balance in because these arms are just world class. They're almost world class in the bodybuilding division. They certainly are in the classic physique. Men's physique, they're probably too big. And this was a couple years ago, so the balance has been being implemented. So don't think he's just been training arms. But when he threw this photo up before the 2022 Olympia, 120,000 likes almost. This was the craziest photo I had ever seen. You can thank Fabrizio for the judges cracking down on big arms. It had to be because of this guy. I think, this is the latest physique update from Fabrizio. We did not see him in 2023. He needed time to make improvements. Look at this video. Like, what is this? Come on, dude. Like, did you put oil on the shoulders to show off the giant side delt muscle fibers like I've never seen before? 2024 is going to be a huge year for Fabrizio. Again, this is the latest physique update that you will see of him. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. He's a young dude in the game. Didn't compete last year. Won his first pro show back in 2022. Is he the future of men's physique if he can balance his arms, honestly? If he can bring down the arms and just add balance front to back and through the legs everywhere. It's just a special physique. And when you see something special, I think everyone can kind of resonate with it. That's Fabrizio. You don't see too many guys where you're like, damn, that physique is special right away and 10 million people fucking agree with you. That's Fabrizio. Hey, boys, girls, it's May 1st. Make this month count. Make May better than April. Keep pushing through. You have to. Like, that's the only way you're going to achieve your goals. You can't get down forever about shit that isn't going the way you want it to. You have to push through. I said it last video. I said, whatever's in the way of you achieving or you breaking through or you're, getting to the place you want to get to, that is the way. You have to break through it. You have to push through. Like for me, I get really down when I don't get a lot of views or when I don't get the response from my audience that I so hope for, right? 5 years into this, I thought I'd be cashing out from YouTube. I have no control over YouTube and how they plug my videos into the algorithm. All I know is that I have to keep showing up because that's the only way I'm going to reach my goals of exploding this channel one day. I hope you can apply that to yourself in your life in some way. You gotta push through. If you guys are interested in coaching, you can send me a DM. I love coaching more than anything in the world. I love changing and leveling up a physique. Send me a DM on Instagram. If you're interested in Huge, which I know y'all are, and maybe you're one of those cats that works out like later in the day and you don't want to be hyped up with crazy amounts of stimulus, well, the pump serum from Huge is your answer. No stimulants in this, but the fucking vasodilation that you get from this. I mean, you want your muscles to swell in the gym, try the pump serum and you're not going to get whacked out of your mind. If you do like to get stimulated out of your mind, there's subs that they have wrecked and raged that you'll like as well. Maybe try the combo of both of these. That's what I do. Code HEART, save yourself 10%. There'll be a link in the description below. Everything that you guys do purchase directly supports myself and my family, which is huge. And you guys get some awesome supplements. So I love you guys. Have a great fucking week. It's Wednesday. If you're watching this Thursday or Friday, I forgive you. But everyone that tuned in today, I appreciate you. I'll see you boys soon. Let's go.